my calling to adopt really came from my wife. She always had a heart for adoption, and it wasn't until night after night, her looking at the pictures in the orphanage in Ethiopia, night after night she'd look at the need and express that and show me. And one night she came and said, look at these two that need to be adopted, or they're going to be split because they're biological cousins. My heart was simply convicted, and we wanted to make that sacrifice. It was a transition for me. I didn't have a need for more babies in the house. More, and need is the wrong word, but I wasn't drawn to them.
You're just not drawn to babies, yeah.
Yeah. But when I saw a 15-year-old who was living in a world that there weren't really many options for her, I felt like we could do something, and we should do something.
As a child, I've always loved kids. A youth counselor that was working with us when I was in high school was in the midst of adoption from China, and we got to see the pictures of her in China, and then kind of help raise her from the time we were in high school as she came to America and got bigger. And then I actually went into school and was wanting to be a missionary who basically worked in an orphanage. That was my open goal. And then I met Mike, and he said, well, what if I don't want to be a missionary? And I said, okay. So we got married and had Casey and Carly, and I just, still knew that there was a huge need, and researched online and just saw this amazing orphanage in Ethiopia, and just numerous amounts of kids that were walking the streets. They had no homes, or they'd been sitting in an orphanage forever, and Hannah and Maren were in that orphanage, and so I said, hey Mike, let's adopt, and so we did.
When Hannah and Maren were flying back to America for the first time, it was pretty evident quickly, early on, that adoption is actually a sad thing. Yeah. They're really excited at the orphanage. They're looking forward to it, but they don't know really what's going to happen to them. And you quickly realize, oh my gosh, I miss home, even if home is an orphanage, or I miss what I could have had, a mom and a dad or something, where they're from. So it's really actually quite a very sad process, and that process takes a long time to recover from. I don't know if they ever actually will recover from it. It'll always be with them, but there's a new joy in a new family, and because we're historical beings, after 3 or 4 years, and I think it really does take that long, they really begin to trust you, and you become family. Were there some difficult times?
Yes.
I don't think a 15-year-old who's not used to having a mom and dad wants to listen to you or know how to receive love, or know how much they can trust us.
Right. Or know that even though you might be upset with them or they're in trouble, that it's not a cutoff point, meaning you're not sending them away or you don't love them anymore. That no, you're just actually in trouble for this time being, and we'll get through this, and we're still a family, and we can still be close. Just as a family, to be, we brought strangers into our home, and it really is a beautiful and amazing process to actually become a family and know, okay, these are not just the kids we adopted. We love them just like we love our biological kids, that we are all together as a family.
Prior to adoption, it was a big risk. It felt like a big risk, and it doesn't always turn out well for a lot of adoptive parents, especially if they adopt older children. But to come through that as a couple, as a family, it feels like simply we have a great, blessed family. I'm Michael.
I'm Jen.
I'm Maren.
I'm Carly.
I'm Casey.
I'm Hannah.
And we're the Petersons!